Welcome back, folks. Be sure 94 with another WCW Monday Nitro. We are here in week 2 of 2003. I want to say thank you to everybody who made the last episode have the highest view count we've had in a while, which is awesome. So thank you very much for that, guys. And we're on our way to Sold Out 2003. We have this Nitro and one more to get to that pay-per-view. Our first one of the year, which will be very exciting. But tonight's Nitro is in front of 5,800 people at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, and we open the show with a recap of last week, where in the main event we saw Goldberg defend the WCW Championship against the Guido. Turned into a little bit of a situation when the Militia got involved, while then Sting got involved. It did eventually lead to Goldberg retaining his title and him and Sting standing tall to end the show. 70 rating on that segment. Both storylines have advanced. Alright, and we open the show with the Guido, Berlyn, Reagan's Awesome, Super Crazy, and Militia cutting an in-ring promo saying last week was not fair as Sting had to get his nose into our business and cost me my WCW Championship opportunity against Goldberg, and we want retribution against Sting. 67 rating on that. He gets interrupted by the general manager of WCW, Ric Flair. And Ric Flair announces 3 matches, and those 3 matches are as follow. Tonight on Nitro, if Berlyn wins against AJ Styles as he's earned his shot to face him, he will challenge the TV champion for the belt at Sold Out. Tonight in our main event, it'll be Sting and Goldberg facing off against Reagan's Awesome and Super Crazy. And at Sold Out, Guido, you can get your retribution on Sting when you face him in a singles bout. Ric Flair then drops the mic and leaves the ring. So 3 major matches made. First match for Sold Out is now officially on the books. The Guido will face off against Sting. 77 rating on the segment. All the storylines have advanced, and we have 2 matches now announced for Nitro. 77 on the promo. Our first match of the evening in about that had good heat and decent wrestling. Shawn O'Haire defeats the Hurricane in 7:53 by pinfall with a reverse DVD. The Hurricane is 65, Shawn O'Haire 58. If you remember last week, Shawn O'Haire turned on his longtime partner Scott Taylor, says that he wants to be about him now. The Hurricane and Shawn O'Haire have great chemistry, and this match got the crowd hotter with a 67 rating. So good stuff here. Shawn O'Haire back in that win column, showing that he is going to be a singles wrestler going forward, and that it's not a fluke that he felt the need to get away from Scott Taylor. Post-match, Shawn O'Haire says that he never needed Scott Taylor here in WCW. It's going to be about him. He's going to be the one who rises to the top of WCW. He is going to be the one to eventually hold that WCW championship, and there's nothing that's going to hold him back. 58 rating on the post-match promo from Shawn O'Haire, as he is a full-fledged heel now and really starting to gain some momentum. We get a backstage promo from the Dudleys, trying to figure out what's next for them. They defeated the Steiners to retain their belts. Last week they defeated the Franchise to retain the tag team titles. They're excited to see who's going to step up and challenge them next for the WCW Tag Team Championships. 71 rating on the promo. Storyline has advanced. And about that had good heat and decent wrestling. The Dudleys defeat Chavo and Clark at 8:22 when Devon pins Chavo after a 3D. Bubba Ray was head and shoulders above everybody else. Devon is 71, Bubba at 82, Clark at 43, Chavo at 46. Dudleys have excellent chemistry. The match got the crowd hotter, and Bubba looked good. So, solid win for the Dudleys. Again, just, getting them wins where we can, showcasing them on Nitro. Post-match, however, they get attacked by the Franchise, and the Franchise lays them out, holding up the WCW Tag Team Championships, and says, last week, Dudleys, you escaped with your titles, but it's Sold Out. We are coming for these belts, and we are not leaving without them. 73 rating on the segment there. Looks like we are going to have the Franchise going after the tag team titles for Sold Out, it looks like, but we shall see what happens next week on Nitro. 73 rating on that. In a good match, non-title, Berlyn defeats AJ Styles in 12:42 by pinfall after distraction from the Guido. Berlyn 54, AJ 85. Both storylines have advanced. 78 rating on the match. So this means Berlyn now has a match for the television championship. So I'm going to pre-book 2 of the matches that we have now set for sold out. So we have Sting versus the Guido. So we have that one. So pre-book that. And then we're also going to pre-book the TV title, which will be another member of the Militia facing off against AJ Styles. This one's for the television championship. Good. TV title. Cool. Alright, 78 rating on that match, which is fantastic. Good stuff here. AJ has been a true MVP since he's come back. So good stuff here, boys. And then post-match is just a graphic showcasing that Berlyn, due to Guido's distraction, has earned his shot at AJ Styles' TV championship. So good stuff there. TV title has advanced, the Militia storylines advanced, and Guido impressed with the segment. 69 rating there. We get a graphic show putting over the main event for tonight, which is Sting and Goldberg facing off against Militia's Ray Gonzalez and Super Crazy. 67 rating on the hype for that. And about the head, good heat and decent wrestling, Rhino defeats Doug Basham at 6:35 with a gore. Rhino at 66, Doug Basham at 61. The U.S. title star has advanced, and the announcer qualified the match with a 65 rating. Rhino is the new U.S. champion after beating Dustin last week on New Year's Nitro. We just wanted to give him a win here and wanted to showcase Doug Basham, see what he could do. So good stuff. Post-match, Dustin Rhodes comes out on the Titantron and announces he will be using his rematch clause for the U.S. title at Sold Out against Rhino, and he tells Rhino that just because I lost the belt to you that quick doesn't mean that you can't lose the belt that quick to me at Sold Out. So the final battle between Dustin Rhodes and Rhino is coming our way at Sold Out. Let's pre-book that as well. So we got Dustin Rhodes versus Rhino, WCW US title. Cool. Nice. 3 good matches so far for Sold Out. 67 rating on that segment. We get a backstage promo from Mike Awesome saying that tonight he's going to get back in on the swing of things up to the main event here of WCW, but he pauses during the middle of his promo because Team Canada walks up on him. Lance Storm, Bobby Roode, Angel Williams, and Eric Young. As him and Lance Storm, if you remember, in 2001, before WCW closed, they were Team Canada. And Lance Storm offers Mike Awesome a spot in Team Canada. Mike Awesome doesn't immediately say no, but he says that he wants to focus on himself, and Lance Storm says, just remember, Team Canada would always have your back. So I think we're going to start planting some seeds here, see what could happen with Mike Awesome and Team Canada. There might be a little something going on here. We'll get to it, but I think this could be something that could work out for everybody involved, which would be great. 65 rating, and Lance Storm's getting better at his gimmick. And about the head, fantastic heat and great wrestling. Kevin Nash defeats Chris Kanyon in 12:32 after a distraction from Jeff Jarrett with a jackknife powerbomb. Kevin Nash is 70, Chris Kanyon is 66. Jeff Jarrett and Chris Kanyon star has advanced and gained heat with a 74 rating on the match. So Kevin Nash back in action here on Nitro, and Jeff Jarrett costs Chris Kanyon his match after last week. Chris Kanyon beat BG James in a singles bout, and BG got hurt from some weird stuff. So Jarrett's blaming him for that and going after Kanyon. 74 rating on the match. We get a graphic that says Booker T will be returning to Nitro next week. What will the former WCW champion have in store here next week? What will he talk about? Does he have something to say about the WCW title? We shall see what comes next week. 70 rating on Booker returning next week. And about that had fantastic heat and great wrestling. RVD defeats Mark Jindrak in 13 minutes by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash. RVD at 91, Jindrak at 55, 82 on the overall segment. Storyline has advanced, so we are going to go down the route here of Jindrak and RVD going into a little feud here. Mainly just because both guys need to be on TV, and I think it's a natural progression for both guys. Jindrak's leaving the TV title stuff behind. RVD's starting to go towards the main event again. See what happens. And this match was a good little test, and an 82 means we're going to keep it going. So good stuff here out of both men. No complaints. And in our main event of the evening, and about to have fantastic heat and good wrestling, Sting and Goldberg defeat the Militia in 13 minutes when Goldberg pins Ray Gonzalez with a jackhammer. Ray Gonzalez 75, Super Crazy is 70, Goldberg is 76, Sting is 63. Storyline has advanced and gained heat with an 80 segment. Sting and Goldberg don't team well, but that's fine. This was a one-off situation, so good stuff here. And we end the show. Sting and the Militia are battling outside the ring as Abyss sneaks behind Goldberg in the ring and attacks him and lays him out with a black hole slam. It looks like Abyss is back and wants his WCW championship as he lays out Goldberg and holds up the WCW championship to end Monday Nitro. The storyline has advanced but lost heat, 68 rating on that. Let's see what we get for an overall show rating here of Monday Nitro. We got a 78. We gained popularity in 32 regions. Still a little bit of weird stuff going on with this. I don't know how else to fix it. 78 rating though. Great show for Nitro. We gained a lot of popularity, which is always exciting. We're really close to getting to that next level, guys, to really challenge WWE. Looking forward to what we can do in our next Nitro, but you will see Thunder coming your way here momentarily, and we will talk about what happened on Thunder, and then we'll go to our go home week. Going into Sold Out 2000 and alright, and here we are for Thunder, the second Thunder here of the save. Brought it back here at the beginning of 2003. Crazy Nitro we just had. We're doing a recap of just the end of Nitro here to start the show. We're in front of 1,400 people here for Thunder at Universal Studios. We have the recap of what Abyss and Mitchell returning to WCW and laying out Goldberg to end the show on Monday. Just a quick little 2-minute video recap of that before we get into Thunder. 71 on that segment. Alright, in this match, in about that decent match from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Billy Kidman defeats Shawn Stasiak and Ultimo Dragon in 9:54 when Kidman pinned Stasiak with a shooting star press. Ultimo carried the match in performance. Kidman of 43, Stasiak at 37, Ultimo of 52. Announced quality of the match. Color commentary gave the match a boost. The crowd did not like have it being undercard talent that they weren't invested in. That's fine. I don't care. The whole point of this show is to get people some popularity. And pretty much it's you guys I don't use on Nitro, so that's fine. Not a problem. I know the segment rating's not great, but not a big deal. We get a video vignette on the farm from Jamie Noble and his new girlfriend Nydia, saying that Jamie Noble is coming back to WCW with his girlfriend and his new outlook on life, that he is going to fully embrace being a southern redneck, and that they are going to start the ascent up the WCW ladder, and he's coming back to Monday Nitro next week. 57 rating on the vignette, and Jamie Noble's back in the fold with a new character and a new girlfriend, which is always exciting. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling. Buff Bagwell defeats Tommy Dreamer 8 minutes by pinfall with a Buff blockbuster. Buff of 58, Dreamer of 40. Now to qualify to the match. Buff and Don are a good pairing. 53 on the match. Buff right now is just floating. He's just going to be kind of that guy until I let him eventually walk. Tommy Dreamer's the same thing. He's just taking pins right now until I let him walk. Definitely going to be doing some maintenance on the roster going forward, but I'm excited to see kind of what we do going forward with this. So 53 rating on the match here. We get a Team Canada promo with Lance Storm, Angel Williams, Bobby Roode, and Eric Young. Lance Storm saying that last on Nitro he passed an old friend, and that he thinks that Mike Awesome is going to join Team Canada and help Team Canada take over WCW. 60 rating on the promo. And about that decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Doug Basham picks up his first win here in WCW, defeating Vampire Warrior in 8 minutes by submission. Vampire Warrior 45, Doug Basham a 52. The announcer qualified the match, 45 segment rating. Big win for Doug Basham, always nice to see. Good win for him. Vampire Warrior still hanging on to that contract for a little bit longer. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of movement at the bottom of this roster. And the main event of the evening, in a decent match, Lance Storm defeats Lowki, a new call-up, in 9:44 by submission with a straight shooter. Lowki will be teaming with Elix Skipper. We'll talk about that on Nitro next week, as they are going to start being a tag team in the tag team division, which is exciting. Lance Storm got to 60, Lowki a 46. Now to qualify to the match, 51 rating on the main event. And we end Thunder with Team Canada standing tall to end the show. Just trying to get them a little bit more popularity boost as we start doing their game plan going forward, which is going to be very exciting, I think. Let's see what we get for a Thunder rating. 54. I think what I'm going to do for Thunder going forward, guys, just because it's awkward for amount of time, is I think I'm just going to write it out at the bottom of the show description when I list out what happens on Nitro, and then we'll just kind of go from there instead of recording it like this for Thunder. We'll keep recording Nitro as normal. Make sure you guys are enjoying the videos though. Like, comment, please. Make sure we are keeping this save alive. And the goal also, guys, I want to bring this up. With my new work schedule, the videos will now be going up on Mondays instead of Sundays due to my schedule. So look forward to that. Monday nights, the shows will be coming your way now. So look forward to that. We'll see you guys next week.